Welcome everyone to another Tracks on Sundays. I'm Trax and Max, and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're on the OnlyVoids account again, and this week we're going to talk a little bit about happiness. That's right, happiness. Happiness can be something different for everybody. It could be you walking your dog in the park. It could be you having your favorite bag of Doritos while watching a movie. For me, happiness was this week when Plarium announced we're getting a rare champion in Sylvan Watchers for the Fusion. Let's go. Finally, we can start working on our Sylvan Watchers. Finally, it's there. This dude seems to be amazing as well. He only has like 2 reviews here, right? But they're all pretty decent. Well, I guess these only got a 1, but he has a lot of good ones, right? And if you look at his kit, it's pretty ridiculous for a rare. Like, this could have been an epic that came out when the game launched, basically. Well, in my opinion, it could have been that. Let's go over his kit real quick. Also, I hope that this whole recording goes better than last week. If you noticed last week, I had all kinds of issues going on. In the meantime, I had already ordered a new microphone. So I hope this is going to be a little bit better than what you're used to. Hopefully the audio quality is improved because, well, my bank account did not improve from this whole situation. But if it's better or not, please leave a comment in below and what you prefer. If you prefer the lousy microphone that I had at first or this one I have right now. Hopefully there's just no issues today like there were last week. Anyway, this branch arm Lasair dude, he's an HP based champion, which immediately is already way more useful than an attack based, for instance, right? This one has 17k. I'm not sure if that is like necessarily high for a rare. I might have seen rares with more, but I'm not positive about that. I didn't go and check every rare and see how much they had, but I think I've seen one with 18k before, but I could be mistaken on that. Maybe he is the absolute highest HP out there, but 17k is decent, right? We can still work with that. So the A1 attacks an enemy 3 times. I mean, that's something you always like to see on almost any champion, right? Attack an enemy 3 times. Each hit heals this champion by 3% of their max HP. Damage based on HP, obviously. But what this basically means is that each A1, you get a triple immortal proc, basically, right? So if you had 3 immortal sets on, and he A1s, that's the same healing that you would get. That can add up pretty fast, actually. Especially if you can get this guy to a, like, I don't know, let's say 50,000 HP. That should be doable with an HP-based champion. So that's 4,500 HP you're healing just by doing your A1. Just by doing your A1, 4,500. If you have 50k, if you have more, you're healing more than that. But that's really good, actually. I'm actually a bit surprised that he heals this much. That it's actually each hit heals this much. That ability alone already makes him a top rare, in my opinion, because you don't have to put like lifesteal or anything on him. He'll heal up decently enough with this and perhaps some masteries or whatnot. Maybe 1 immortal set or something, right? But he sustains himself already with his A1, which is really, really good. His A2 attacks all enemies 2 times. On a rare, attacks all enemies 2 times. That's... I don't know if there's that many rares out there that do that, actually. Maybe there isn't even a single one. I could be wrong with that also. Maybe you guys know better than I do, but I can't recall a rare that attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 50% goes up to 75% chance of placing the weak version of decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. But think about that. He hits twice, all enemies, and each hit has a 75% chance of doing this. The small version of decreased attack. Now, with the new blessing that was released, Nature's Bounty or whatever it's called, this is huge, right? This is really, really good. Like, when I just read these two, I was double checking to see if this guy was actually a rare or a epic, because that is already insane. But that's not all on this move, okay? First off, this goes down to a 3-turn cooldown. So he has an AoE every 3 turns that's a double hitter and has a chance of placing decreased attack. Super nice, but it doesn't end there, right? Also, places a shield buff on all allies equal to 20% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns. This champion's max HP, which means you are going to want to put a lot of HP on him. So 20% of this champion's max HP, let's say again, he has 50k, right? Every 3 turns, because it's a 3-turn cooldown, every 3 turns, he'll be putting up a 10k shield. That's nutty, man. That's crazy. We're not even talking about having multiple of these guys. We're only talking about one. If you have multiple, you're always going to have a shield up, right? Imagine having 5 of these dudes. If you sync them up to not all use their A2 on the same turn, you're going to have a shield up all the time. So this right here is just already crazy. His A1 he heals, his A2 he puts up shields. And decreases the attack of the enemies. 3-turn cooldown. Crazy already. If this was his kit, he would still be amazing in my opinion. By the way, if this was all he did and he did not have an A3, I would still think this is an amazing rare. But he has an A3, and it gets better. This is a 4-turn cooldown. Places a strengthened small version buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also places a provoke debuff on an enemy for 1 turn. 1 turn is obviously not a lot, but you shouldn't really think of this as a crowd control kind of skill, right? Because it's also only 1 enemy. So it's not like this is super important, but it's like a nice little bonus that he has. Also, if you have 5 of these dudes for your faction wars, you can basically pin down the annoying champions, right? I'm talking about the Valkyries, I'm talking about the Man-Eaters. You know, things that make sure that you're not progressing through that specific wave. You can pin them down with this, right? With this provoke. And in the meantime, you're just placing strengthen on top of the shield and on top of the healing and on top of the decrease attack that you're also placing. When I read this kit, I was so happy, dude. I was like, I'm pretty sure that branch arm Lasair, if you have 5 of these dudes, I'm pretty sure they can beat the whole faction. You'll have to adjust your builds, obviously. Like you'll probably want one in a toxic set to get some more damage going. You're gonna want one in a provoke set or a stun set. You might want one of them to be just really, really, really buff and have like a guardian set on, so he kind of like ally protects the rest, but also heals up a little more. But the options are just crazy, especially because he has an AoE on a 3-turn cooldown. It makes this completely insane. Yeah, I'm really stoked about this guy. He does need quite some books, I see, so he has 3 there, another 5, that's 8. 10 books, I guess 10 is still doable, right? He has a little aura here, increases ally HP in dungeons by 15%. Now, if you're like starting off the game right now and you pick this guy up, sure, you can use this aura. We're not really interested in this aura anymore right now. But the rest of his kit is just insane. Just absolutely insane. And I don't know, man. I'm so stoked. It feels to me even that Plarium must be watching this series, right? Or maybe Jay Giggs' series or whatever, or somebody's series. I know there's a couple of other ones. John Ball is another dude who's making some content on this. They got to be following this, right? Because I've been begging for like a Sylvan Watcher for weeks now, maybe months already. And now they just dropped this bad boy who is just an absolute menace. I mean, if we would ever pick up a knot, right? It's over. We can do this whole faction. Like Lasair, I'm pretty positive 5 Lasair can do it. But if you pick up a couple Lasair and a knot, there's no way you can lose this. There's no way. It's super easy. I'm sure we can just do this with all rares if we would have these two combined. But I'm almost convinced that 5 Lasair can do it as well. Again, we don't really have a lot of other options in this faction, right? We have Naya and this one. She's really good for healing and stuff as well. But the damage part is just really a problem, right, for this faction. So I think we might even want like 2 of these guys in toxic sets or something. Maybe like 2 in toxic, 2 in control sets like stun or provoke, and then 1 in a guardian set, something in those lines, right? I think that will be fine. I think that would absolutely be fine. But yeah, I'm super happy and stoked, man. I'm just as stoked about this champion being released as my where is she? My Godseeker Aniri pull of last week, and I mean I'm serious about that. I know Godseeker is obviously like god tier champion, but the happiness that I had when I heard that about the Sylvan Watcher dude coming out, and we're just able to pick him up through doing this fusion. Yeah, so good, really so good. Oh, I guess we have a bunch of energy going on, so let's hop into a dungeon real quick. See, did I get my dragon done completely? No, I still need a little bit for this book. We're gonna pick up this book, obviously. We still need a lot of epic books, so I've just been doing this and farming some food alongside him, leveling him up as well. Let's see. Do we have any food? Yes, you can go in there. There you go. So yeah, that was one of the highlights of this week for me personally. Now, I've been working on the account. It's not just this rare that's been coming out that I've been interested in. I've also been leveling up Godseeker Aniri. I've been trying out some new spider teams, including Yakarl that we summoned this week. So we're up to 3 legendaries now with Yakarl, Turvold, and Arbiter, which is pretty nice. I have not 6-starred Yakarl yet. That will happen as soon as possible. He's going to be my next 6-star. I think he's just going to be, really useful for things like hard Doom Tower and stuff like that, because I'm pushing up in there a little bit. We finished a normal one, so we have done all 3 rotations now on normal, which is also pretty nice. But I don't know, the normal one isn't really a challenge anymore. It seems to be just press play, walk away, come back, and it's finished kind of thing. Hard is a little bit more difficult. I think I'm stuck on stage 16 right now or something like that. It's a stage with what's his I forget his name all the time. The demon spawn that basically block revives, right? Ooh, he died already. That's not always good. I think these guys can do it alone, but it's easier when he's along. Oh, he's gonna have to solo here. Oh no. Is this gonna fail? This never fails, dude. This literally never fails. Start recording, and these guys start clowning around. What's going on, dudes? That'd be hilarious if they now fail. Man, these $50 champions do hit hard, don't they? The stage 20? Yeah, it has to be stage 20, right? Come on. Heal up. Or do that. Yeah, it goes a lot slower when there's only 1 Eurogrim, huh? But he should be fine, I think, normally. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Otherwise, that was a loss of energy. No, should be good. I've never seen this fail, and I've been obviously doing it quite a bit, so yeah, we should be good there. I think even if he gets stunned, it doesn't matter that much. This is also the more tanky one of the two, I think. Oh yeah, he can do this easy. Et voila, there you go. Did we get anything? No, no speed. Actually, I should probably just go over the account real quick and then do the dragon farming after this, because y'all don't really want to see me farm dragon, do you now? You're probably farming it yourself if you're doing this void challenge as well. So what have we been doing? Running here real quick. Battle Sage has been pretty nice for us. But I still don't really think I want a soul for her. There's a Yakarl soul. No, that is something I want to get. Can I get it? Yes. Okay, so that's pretty huge. Yeah, let's just do it like this. Yes, please. Boom. There you go. All right. I've been looking for this all week, and finally, I start recording, and there he is. I don't really know what we're going to give him yet, but we did already give him somewhat of gear. I put him in Savage plus Feral. However, he's not optimally built yet. He also doesn't have all his masteries yet, as you can see, so we're still working on him. I did book him out during CVC. CVC was pretty huge for us, by the way. We went and got 300,000 points for the CVC, which netted us 3 void shards. I just thought, 300. I needed to get 300,000 to get the 3 void shards, and I was like, this is probably one of the best deals I can get in the game to just instantly get 3 void shards, right? Because obviously we can get them from clan boss, but yeah, it's not a given. It could be a bunch of ancients, could be no shards, and yeah, I just went along and pumped out as much points as I could during the CVC, and we got it. We got the 300k, which was really nice. I did have a lot of legendary books, like I just booked this guy out immediately and stuff, right? I also summoned him during the CVC, so that was another, what is that, 30,000 points or something. So that was pretty cool. Let's look at his stats real quick. They're not, yeah, he's really slow, as you can see, so it's nothing amazing. His damage isn't really there. He doesn't even have a 100% crit rate yet. He has a little bit of accuracy, and that's about it. But, I mean, for Spider 20, he was doing what he was supposed to do, which is freeze the spiderlings. But that team didn't seem to be faster than the team that I have currently for some reason. So I still need to tweak that a little bit and see what the issue is there and how I can improve that. But yeah, we'll be doing that soonish, right? I do think that Yakarl is going to be needed to progress for me in that dungeon to, like, start doing stage 25 and stuff, because I don't think the team that I currently have can actually do that yet. So, but yeah, we'll get him leveled up and we'll get all that good stuff going, right? All in good time. But we have a lot of things to work on now, which is, really, really fun, actually, that we don't have to worry each week, what are we going to do this week? And now we get these new Sylvan Watcher dudes. So yeah, we have those to work on as well. Slowly building up a lot of these random rares from factions, like this this extra Fellhound that we pulled, Draconis, you know, all these little dorks basically to try and help push our faction wars a little bit. Last week I pulled 2 Painkeepers, and off camera I got another couple of Void Shards, and we actually pulled our 3rd Painkeeper. What this means is that if at a certain point, well, at least I believe at a certain point we could get maybe something like an Amic or something, or maybe Maneater does it. I'm not completely sure. Maybe I'm mistaken here. Maybe you actually do need like Amic to do this, but I thought you could do Iron Twins with 3 Painkeepers. Maybe only, yeah, I'm not completely sure, but anyway, if we need 3 Painkeepers for anything, such as Iron Twins, well, we have that now, so that's pretty nice, right? A lot of stuff happened actually during this week, so yeah, we've been working on her a little bit. Her build isn't optimal yet by any means, but as you can see, we're also waiting to level up all this gear. Most likely, it's going to take us a while before we actually get her into a build that can actually do Sand Devil 25. But for now, this is what we're working with. This is by far not enough, okay? We need double of this HP. We need more speed. Well, actually, maybe the speed is about where it needs to be. I'm not sure. But definitely she needs a lot more HP, right? And if we can get a blessing on her, that would also be awesome. Other than that, she's pretty much done. I guess we could give her one more book and make her heals a little better. That will never be a bad thing, obviously. Let's see. So we brought this guy up to, or this girl up to 50 or 5-star at least. Also got a blessing for her. I did not actually check what we could put on her. None of these things really matter that much. She doesn't place debuffs. She doesn't have a shield for emergency heal. Survival instinct could help her get more turns since she's not really that fast. Yeah, I'm not completely sure here yet. I think I'll just probably go with that though. With this for now. Yeah. I'll go with this for now, and if we want to change it later, then we'll change it. But anyway, we got her a blessing as well, which is pretty neat. I think she has attack based. Yeah, she's a weird champion. She's HP based, but her A1 is based on defense and attack. This is based on HP and attack, so attack is actually okay on her. We do need a booker still, because as you can see, all our books landed here, unfortunately, so she'll be useful in our faction wars for now, but not really if we need to use her combat tactics for anything. Other than that, I guess that was it on the champions. We've been making a bit of food, as you can see here. I guess we're almost there to get your Carl up to 60. I'm not quite positive how I'm going to approach this week, because Sunday we're going to go to Germany, go to Legoland with the kids, and yeah, we're going to be out until next week. So next week there's unfortunately not going to be a video, but that'll give me some rest, some free time, and then, you know, on some chill mode, we can level up some champions, get their masteries done, etc., etc. And probably in 2 weeks from now have some more nice things to show you guys, right? Let's see here. Faction wars. So, Lizardmen we already had done, right? We pushed a little bit of Knights Revs with the extra skull crown that we got. Level 40, haven't 50'd her yet. Put her into a stun set. Works really, really well, obviously, since all her skills are AoEs. Undead Horde. Actually sitting on that last boss, huh? We're actually on that last boss. I didn't even know we were that close to completing this. But I don't think we can actually do it with this squad. I think we will need this guy right here and this guy right here. They have this tactics skill, right? Attacks one enemy, decreases target's turn meter by 100%. This is really good to, first off, get through the waves, make sure that you pinpoint some of the targets and they don't get a turn. And once you hit the boss, you can just chain these dogs to have the boss basically never take a turn. This is the way I actually did it on my main account for the first time. Undead was the last faction I completed on my main account because I just really didn't have that great of champions. And it was MTG Jedi actually who had this tactic with the Stitch Beasts. And I saw that video and kind of copied it and it worked. So it was pretty much a hassle because you have to manual everything. But, you know, you only have to do it once. You only have to get through once. So that's something that we're going to have to look into for sure. But to get that done, we're going to have to get these dogs up to at least level 50, I think, to be able to do that. So, but yeah, we're really close there. I didn't actually know that we 3-starred all the rest. So that team that you saw right there 3-starred all of this. I'm telling you, man, Seducer and Kafru, they just work so well together. It's amazing. And Kafru smacks, especially when he gets the defense buff from Seducer. He smacks. I don't know what the multipliers are on the A2, but he cleans up mobs for sure. So, really, really good, actually. Okay, let's see what else we got going. So, Demon Spawn, I'm not sure if I actually pushed from last week or not. Yeah, I'm not sure. I did level up another Fellhound, so currently my Demon Spawn is running 3 Fellhounds. But like 2 of them are level 40, right? So it's not like they're 60 or anything, but yeah, silly faction right now. Silly team for sure. Ogryn, obviously we got through that. Orcs, we're still kind of struggling there, not gonna lie. They also don't really have a 6-star going for them, so I need to level up Veteran, that's his name, Veteran, to get through here. ILs, we did push quite a bit. I did exactly what I said I was going to do with the Battle Sage. I put her into a stun set. I did yoink this piece earlier, give to Aniri, since it was the best piece I had with defense on it and speed. Which is still not an amazing piece, but that was the best one I had, and I wanted Aniri to have it. So I guess I'll go in here and see if I can't find something like that, maybe. Doesn't really matter. She just has to kind of stay alive, right? Yeah, you can have that. There you go. So she's still pretty fast, right? 218 speed. Yeah. That plus Arbiter in Faction Wars is usually enough to get through most of the things. So those would be the stats in Faction Wars. But she's only there really to do this and try and stun as many targets as possible. She also brings the speed in all battles, so actually this does get pumped up a little bit still, like plus 17 or something. Yeah, decent champion for our Faction Wars for sure. An A1 AoE is just really good, especially in a stun set, and that helped us push a little bit further in High Elves. Sacred Order, we also pushed quite a bit actually. We 3-starred the second boss, and I think we pushed up to 17 now, but I'm pretty sure we can push further. I just didn't have enough keys and time, I think, because I think I might have still had 4 keys left before I started recording, but with setting up all my microphone and everything, and my recording for today, I think I might have missed 4 keys, so it could have been possible that we were able to get up to 18 even. But yeah, this is moving along radically now because of our Godseeker Aniri, obviously, right? Godseeker Aniri is just almost soloing this whole thing and making sure that everyone just stays on their feet constantly. Together with Draconis, it's actually pretty cool to see how they all complement each other a little bit. Like the two Draconis, they obviously have the A1 healing and the shield that they put on the A2. So yeah, pretty awesome to see. Barbarian, I'm not completely sure about Barbarian. My thought would be that we actually progressed in there, but I feel like I haven't really used Yakarl in there yet. I mean, if we did, we most definitely progressed there, but I can't remember actually doing that. I can't remember doing Barbarian Crypt this week, so maybe we went up. Either way, your call is 100% going to help carry this faction. There's no doubt about that because, I mean, we were running things like Ox. So, yeah, your Carl is 100% going to be way better than Ox. Banner Lords, we also pushed. And again, the last stage, we're stuck on the last stage right now. I'm not sure if we have the tools to do that yet. But we're getting really close, as you can see. So right now we got the Undead Horde and Banner Lords that are almost there, man. Almost there. We're almost finishing those as well, which is when I'm looking at this, I'm like, dude, this is kind of crazy how far we're actually getting with putting this Nuzlocke on ourselves, right? We're already so disadvantaged when it comes to what we're allowed to use. And then it's like specifically for a faction. I don't know. It really feels like Faction Wars has gotten so much easier because of the arena bonuses. It's incredible. Suddenly your supports are doing massive damage just because they're ignoring defense, right? It's crazy how that little tweak just completely shifts this whole area of the game. It's really something. The dwarves, don't think I really pushed that much there, if I pushed anything at all. I gotta say, it was also CBC this week, so I wasn't too focused on the factions. I was trying to get points, so I was really farming Spider constantly. I just threw a bunch of energy into Spider, as you can see. We went through a lot of gems to get those 3 Void Shards, but I mean, I thought that was pretty much worth it, especially because I'm going on vacation and um, we'll have some time to restock on these gems anyway, right? So, yeah, I don't think I did anything in dwarves this week, unfortunately for them. Shadowkin, we are just still stuck on our 2 champions that we have. So, pretty funny actually that Sylvan Watchers might skip over Shadowkin this week. If we pick up a couple of these guys, we might be able to push further than Shadowkin. Well, I guess not in 1 week, but in the 2 weeks when I post my next video, I'm sure these will have more stars than Shadowkin unless something crazy happens in the meantime, right? Yeah, man, we're getting there. We are getting there for sure. We're over halfway, I guess, right? Pretty neato. Yeah, I'm getting more and more confident that we're actually going to be able to get Lydia. I don't know how fast or whatever, but it's going to happen for sure. Yeah, again, we cleared our Doom Tower. actually first in the clan apparently. So cleared 8 of the rooms, which is really nice. But so we've been pushing here in Doom Tower. We are stuck on stage 16, so this guy Mortu Macabre, that's the guy who I think has been giving us trouble. But I gotta say, I haven't manualed any of this yet, so maybe I should just try and manual it and see if I can get past it that way, because this has all been auto. I did have to manual Griffin at first, but then I found a team that could actually do it. So this team basically autos it now. And this I haven't tried yet either, although I don't really know if we have the tools for that yet. Maybe. But yeah, we're going to have to see how far we can get here. Anything we can pick up is nice, obviously. So, Curse City, not much going on here. A couple of stages that we've cleared, but we don't even have, well, now we have one champion actually here. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't have any champions first. Now we actually have one that we could use. So yeah, hey, maybe a couple of these guys. I don't know if they can actually beat Bommel. That would be pretty weird. I guess maybe they can if they just like A1 and just keep A1ing. You don't use any other skill but your A1, and then they just constantly heal themselves back up. Could be something there, man. Like regeneration and then just A1, 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 A1 constantly till he's dead. Never place a debuff, never do anything with turn meter, just survive and heal yourself. That might actually work. That might actually work. Huh, interesting. Yeah, we're not allowed to use spirit. We don't have enough going on here. So hard is kind of stuck, right? Normal, we were able to finish 57 of the stages, but right now all these stages, I believe, are also kind of stuck. Hard stuck on this side right here. We don't have, I believe we don't have blood shields, and even if we did, these champions aren't staying alive long enough, so just not really working out for us. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this week. We're not pulling shards or anything. We're saving up. We got 7 going. There's a fusion going on, I know, and there's a summon rush, I know. But these are quite some points for this guy, and I think I'd rather just do the other things, such as Dragon, right? Been doing Dragon quite a bit. Been doing some of the training, but I'm going to try and get this training done as well. Something that's way more important for us right now. So, yeah, I'm most likely not going to be doing the Summon Rush. I'm definitely not going to be pulling any Void Shards. So, if I do the Summon Rush, it's going to be with blues, probably. I did see that we'd have this guy here again, which, yeah, would be awesome, obviously. This would be awesome, but I'm going to hold strong for now and wait for another 2x, I think. That did us pretty well the last time, so we'll hold on to our shards for now. But, yeah, thank you so much for joining me again this week. If you have any questions, you have 2 weeks to think about it, since I won't be back for 2 weeks. If there's anything you want me to do, want me to see on the account, have any questions about specific things, or how I beat maybe something in Doom Tower, for instance. But yeah, I'm gonna go continue farm Dragon and level up some food, and hope you guys have a nice rest of your week and the week after that, and I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.